excellent job getting us ready for this, but I say ready loosely, Dave. I don't know if we are for what's about to happen.
Someone else is going to have to do an excellent job here as referee Oscar Harding, because it's me. No ropes, no rules essentially, other than we keep on going until somebody gives up.
Here we go.
Lykos with an immediate strike to Angelo, but then takes one from Mills. Mills now on Lykos too. No ropes. Something that the four men in the ring are having to get used to as well. Drop kick.
Oh.
Angelo saving his partner where the ropes would have normally come to his aid.
Excellent adaptation there.
Head scissors takedown and a clothesline then from Angelo on Lykos too. This all began a few months ago. Angelo telling Mills at the time that the fire had gone out in his eyes. So Lykos, the original Kid Lykos, going after Angelo here. After Angelo got in Mills' head. We saw Mills distracting Lykos Gym after they won a tag team match, only for Nico Angelo, a man who, let's not forget, for long portions of their careers were best friends with Lykos Gym.
Part of Lykos Gym himself was Nico Angelo, in fact stable mates with Lykos and Lykos 2 for a very long time.
To see Angelo, the ambush essentially, off the diversion from Connor Mills that night, it was a real shock, and I don't think that shock has subsided necessarily yet for Lykos Gym.
It hasn't even for myself. I don't recognize the man in front of me right now when I look at Nico Angelo. He's completely different, not in a good way.
A machine of destruction of Connor Mills and Nico Angelo, Diamond Eyes as they're calling themselves.
Reveling in the violence.
Violence is one thing that Connor Mills always revels in. Absolutely ruthless, merciless competitor. His true grit, Connor Mills. Mills saying, as of late, when he forced a tap out from Lykos 2 in the ankle lock a few weeks ago, that finally after 7 years, he feels like he's finally arrived properly in progress. Takedown and a kick into the spine of Kid Lykos from Mills.
So normally in traditional tag wrestling, you want to cut the ring in half, but this is anything but traditional. This is just a mugging.
There's a leaping elbow drop. It does feel like Mills and Angelo, since that tap out win in November, in fact, at Vendetta, seems that they've taken the brutality, taken the aggression to another level. We've seen the result in those various encounters these two teams have had in 2025 so far. Neither team obeying rope breaks, neither team's obeying any of the referee's instructions, and in the end, that's how we've ended up where we are today. Oh, back! Lykos 2 forcing Angelo into an error there, spearing Mills.
Brilliant evasive wrestling from Lykos 2 in the way that only he can. No ropes to bounce off, boys, just get him.
Off of what is essentially a balcony without those ropes there, Lykos Gym taking out Diamond Eyes.
Lykos Gym managing to turn it around there. Look, the onslaught was going to continue from Diamond Eyes, but former world champion, former tag champions are in control now.
Angelo sent back into the ring. Lykos 2 is waiting for him. Oh, and there's no turnbuckles there, so nothing between Nico Angelo and the steel. His shoulder, I think, that took the brunt of it. Meanwhile, Lykos won with the kick to the side of the skull of Connor Mills.
Lykos 2, usually a very traditional technical wrestler, but we're seeing just the switch has been flipped. It's just violence. It's just thuggery. It's whatever it needs to be.
Hold on. Lykos 2, I think, is going to try and throw Mills into the audience here. Angelo's going to come to the aid of Mills, and it's Lykos 2 who gets thrown unceremoniously off of the ring.
Lykos knee there.
Mills with the rebound. Angelo boosting his own tag team partner. That's the kind of move we normally see Mills use the ropes for.
That's correct, yeah. Innovation, once again, high wrestling IQ from both teams. But Diamond Eye is out on top in this exchange.
Mills and Angelo look like they're forming a plan.
Usually we see someone walk the ropes in this scenario, but again, no ropes.
Just those Tiny little metal hooks where the turnbuckles would normally be attached. That's what Mills used to climb to the top of the ring post and all the way to the outside. Man, what an impact.
Mills taking flight and putting his feet through the chest of Lykos 2.
Connor Mills rising to his feet victoriously. He thinks he's wiped out Lykos 2. He might be right. This is essentially a handicap match now.
Kid Lykos 1 is in deep trouble right now. He has nowhere to go. He has no tag partner, and he's at the mercy of Diamond Eyes.
We've seen Mills force that submission. The ankle lock on Lykos 2. There's no Lykos 2 to save the original Kid Lykos here. If that ankle lock gets tied in, there's no ropes to save Lykos either. There's nowhere to go here. The referee asking Lykos 2 if he wants to quit, with a pretty decisive no.
In the meantime, you see Mills in the ring drilling elbows into the head and neck of Kid Lykos.
Lykos still refusing to quit.
Just a slap across the face from Mills, just disrespect.
Mills and Angelo, I think, deciding, well, if the answer's no, we'll just beat you down some more.
It's another day ending in Y for Diamond Eyes right there. The point of the elbow, they're just trying to break the skin, cause bleeding, cause pain.
That's what these two live for. They live for administering pain. Getting to do it in bucket loads here. I think they enjoy the fact there's no ropes because they don't have to ever release a hold. This is what Mills is finding here with this abdominal stretch on Lykos.
There's no DQ, no nothing normally. Oh!
Angelo just holding on to his partner to give him extra leverage there.
Traditionally, it's done using the ropes. This time, it's just using. But oh my gosh!
Strike that was. And you called it earlier, Warren. The intelligence of these two in the absence of the ropes to find a way of substituting themselves for the advantage that the ropes would normally give them. It has been really very much the difference, I think, so far, and that's largely why Mills and Angelo are on top here.
As you say, they live for administering pain. They've been thinking about this non-stop.
Remember, no pinfalls here, though. The only way to end the match is a tap out or saying I quit into the microphone.
What is this now? Oh my gosh!
Slamming his own partner onto Kid Lykos. And as we've expected, since that devastating double foot stomp, it's essentially been a handicap match. Angelo returning the favour for Mills. Warren, if you're Lykos Gym, how do you get out of this spot now?
I would like to give an answer, but I've never been in a situation like this before. Kid Lykos just has to hang on and hope that somehow.
Kid Lykos being asked by the referee. Mills trying to snap his ankle here.
This is hard to watch, Dave. Oh my gosh. You can hear Lykos screaming in pain.
The microphone's right in his face. Is he going to have to go through the indignity of quitting to Connor Mills in front of nearly 500 fans here in the Electric Ballroom? Still saying no.
Kid Lykos has to hang on and hope. Oh! I thought the cavalry was coming, Dave. But Nico shut that door right now.
Nonetheless, though, Lykos was able to turn onto his back and kick away at the face of Mills. That released the hold, but it's out of the frying pan into the fire because Angelo going to send Lykos to the clutches of Mills. Kind of mocking Lykos Gym. For the brain buster. Here comes Lykos 2. How is Lykos 2 even moving?
He's managed to regroup, Dave. He's as tenacious and tough as they come. Don't let the size fool you. A heart as big as any.
Lykos 2 ends up on the shoulders of Mills. Oh, no, wait. Oh, what a counter from Lykos 2. Mills' feet hit Angelo. Into the DDT.
That's what Lykos 2 has to rely on, his technique.
That tiny little metal hook there. Able to use it as he would have used the middle turnbuckle. Both these teams having to improvise, and both doing so very successfully.
The innovation on show is nothing short of incredible. Lykos 2 making his way to the top.
Here comes Lykos 2, double crossbody, taking out Diamond Eyes, and suddenly Lykos Gym are back in the ascendancy.
There it is, the kid Lykos 1 held on just long enough for Lykos 2 to come back and turn things around.
It's one thing to turn momentum back in your favor though, but it's very hard to imagine a scenario where you get Conor Mills or Nico Angelo to say, I quit.
Exactly that, Dave.
Maybe this is that scenario.
No.
You heard it, Mills saying no.
Looks like Mills is in trouble, but he's powering out, Dave. He's turned into a stretch muffler on Lykos 2.
Look at Lykos 2, look at the panic.
Tearing apart the knee joint there.
Angelo got his foot on his boot on the back of the head of Lykos 1, the ankle lock now. Lykos 2's tapped out to this before.
You hear the volume in Lykos 2's voice. No one applies that hold better than Mills in British wrestling. Even if he holds on, this might be it for kid Lykos 2.
Angelo forcing Lykos to just look on here. But Lykos able to escape from Angelo and releases his partner from the ankle lock.
Only just, but I think the damage might have been done. Lykos 2 holding that leg. Oh.
Angelo's leg gets taken out. Now Lykos, figure 4.
Nowhere for Nico Angelo to go. Square in the middle.
Angelo won't give up either. None of these 4 prepared to give up.
Lykos 2 trying to protect the hold.
Mills though. Mills! Dropping that key crusher. Lykos 2 dropped onto his own partner. All 4 men now have been severely damaged, but crucially, none of the 4 have given up.
And I can't imagine either, I can't picture it, Dave. I just cannot imagine either team saying the words, I quit. We could be here all day.
Yeah, I was going to say, we could be here a while. Now, what is Mills thinking?
See the gears turning in the head of Mills.
Yeah, that evil look in his eyes. We've all seen that before. Bad news for kid Lykos. Sent face first into those steel steps, and now more of the crowd here being told to evacuate from their seats.
Oh, this looks troublesome.
What is he doing here? Mills is rearranging the furniture.
Trying to feng shui the place for optimal violence, it seems, is Mills.
He's got Lykos up on his shoulders.
Oh no.
Don't tell me he's going to try and hit that burning cutter onto those chairs. Lykos realised that's what was maybe going to happen. It's that knee to the jaw of Mills.
So that Lykos knee, tried and tested, saving kid Lykos there from a terrible fate. Oh my gosh! Kicking the chair into the knee of Mills.
And now it's Mills. Mills is going to regret, I think. Mills is going to regret setting those chairs up like that, because kid Lykos, you can see an idea forming in the brain of kid Lykos.
He's thinking about, he's going for it! Oh my
Swanton off the stage, through the chairs! Good Lord!
They're both down, Dave, and they're not moving. They're not moving at all. My God.
Well, I don't know if either of them are conscious. I'm not sure they could give up. Meanwhile, though, the other 2 men in the match are inside the ring. Kid Lykos, too, finding himself just feet away here from Nico Angelo.
We're seeing the effects of that devastating ankle lock on Lykos, too. He's hobbling.
Yeah, Angelo's hurt as well. They're just trying to swipe at Lykos, too, like a wounded animal here is Angelo. Angelo getting kicked in the back of the leg by Lykos, too.
Just savagely, Angelo just grabbed him by the throat with both hands. Just, oh, corkscrew.
Screw takedown from Lykos too. That one undoubtedly did some real damage. That one really hurt Angelo.
Can Lykos 2 get him up with that bad wheel?
Angelo tried to counter. Angelo got Lykos 2 in a bad spot. Tried for the split personality. A roll through from Lykos 2.
Oh, very close to that ring post.
Yeah, but on the comeback, After stopping himself going into the steel, he couldn't stop himself from running into a drop kick from the man with the black heart of gold. Right, so first of this match kind in Progress history, and it is a highly memorable one, but we still have no idea which of these two teams is going to walk out victorious.
We're seeing Nico Angelo and Lykos 2 scrapping pretty much on their knees.
I say walk out victorious, I'm not sure either team's going to walk out. You heard another question there from the referee. Lykos 2 still saying no.
So Nico Angelo look at the referee like, you want to ask him again?
No.
Angelo wanted to ask again. I think it's optimistic from Angelo as tough as these strikes are.
How much further is Nico Angelo going to have to go? How much further are either team going to have to go?
He can keep saying no as much as he likes. Angelo's got him in a checkmate here. He can just keep on battering him until he says yes.
Oh my gosh.
Powerbomb.
Sickening thud. You can barely get the word out, Dave. It's just tough to watch. Oh my God, and again. Oh no. You've got to admire the guts of a kid like us too, but at some point this kid's got to think about his future here. Exactly. I was just about to say, they're too talented for their careers to end here. But the longer this goes on...
Fuck you.
Angelo giving Lykos 2 the option, the defiance, unbelievable. There's a split personality from Angelo.
He can't even speak.
He pushed the microphone away though.
Lykos 2 can barely even talk. He can't talk.
He indicated no, even if he wasn't able to say it. But
the brutality on show here is levels above anything I have seen, anything I have ever been a part of.
By the way, Mills and Lykos 1 still down in front of us here. After that swanton off the...
Oh no.
What's this? Angelo's got the ropes that were removed and put under the ring.
And the thing to point out to you watching at home, unlike a lot of the rings in British wrestling, the Progress ropes are steel cables. Oh my God, no, 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 no!
He's going to execute him here, for God's sake!
This is sick, no!
Did he say? He didn't say yes! And Lykos 1 is back! Kid Lykos! Thank God for Kid Lykos.
I'm not sure if the microphones picked it up. There were people in the crowd chanting quit, not because they wanted Lykos Gym to win, but they wanted it to stop.
Lykos is now got that figure 4 applied again. Someone needs to check on Lykos too. And now Angelo with nowhere to go. Lykos going to transition to a different hold.
Oh my gosh! Hyperextending the knee joint.
Lykos now when he's got the position of that knee,
He's tearing at the joint there, tearing at the MCL of Nico Angelo. You can see Nico screaming for Mills' help.
Lykos 2 preventing Mills from making the save. He quit, Angelo quit.
Oh, thank God.
Thank God is right. That was reaching a level of barbarism, the likes of which I don't know if we've ever seen.
I am speechless, Dave. I've never seen things taken to that level before. But Lykos Gym finally exercising the ghost of Nico Angelo and Mills that's haunted them for months, but a heavy price for both teams.
I don't know if any of these 4 men are going to quite be the same again. I hope that all of them will be able to compete once more, but that's what it took to settle this feud, a feud that had gone off the charts in recent times. Lykos Gym gutting it out and finding a way to force a submission from Nico Angelo this afternoon in London.
No matter which team you support, no matter which wrestler you back, what we just saw was a level of heart, a level of tenacity, a level of violence that will be unmatched anywhere you look. We saw something special here in the ballroom. But the day goes to Kid Lykos and Kid Lykos 2. Lykos Gym victorious in a match, the first of its kind here in the ballroom.
You talk about hard-earned victories. Those words don't really do justice to what Lykos Gym just had to endure. How they did it, we may never know, but endure they did. And Lykos Gym win the first ever no ropes, I quit match in Progress history, a match that we will never ever forget.